Okay, so just carrying on from where we were before. So we did both our legs in the last one. So we should have it nicely working there. And we're just going to carry on doing our right arm. Actually, let's just get this. We may as well, let's duplicate then. We may as well work our way up and just get this done as well. Because we actually have to do some skinning here as well. So I'm going to select these. These need to go into our hip joint, so press P. Just now our hip joint is following all that. We still need to parent our legs up, but we'll do that afterwards. So this needs to we will put this waist on the torso joint and we'll weight it between those two. Put it in. Cool. And then we'll do the same for the torso here. Because this needs to go on the torso. Can't remember if these are separate bits yet. And we put this on the torso as well. And this should be all the head. So the head joint's on there. Put that under there. This can go on to the antenna joint, just so we can do that, even though possibly a little bit wonky. We'll figure that out. Cool, so now if we actually go to our hip joint, we can see that we've actually got quite a lot on there, under there. So now let's go to, have I saved this in a while? Save it. See, I wonder if we'll make it to a version 100. Probably will. Cool. So what I will do is do the IKs first. Show polygons. I'm just going to create the IK. Skeleton. Create IK handle. Select here. Select there. And what I need to do is I can Control D this and it shouldn't break it. Ooh. I'll just call this left. Not super creative controls, but you'll get the idea. So constrain point. I'm just going to go to my panels orthographic, just put them roughly in a similar place. Cool. And just delete history and freeze transforms. Plus perspective. Select our curve and then our IK. Constrain at pole vector. So now that's broken those. Let's rotate this background. -90. It takes a little bit of time for it to update. Let's just freeze our transforms and delete our history. So now if we select our IK right hand, we'll just copy this left. Cool. So now hopefully that's bending all in the correct direction. Now we just need to load in our geo onto our things. So let's go show. We'll do that afterwards. We'll just load all this on first. Alright, so we've got our, where's our left? I'm struggling to see it. Left hip, left shoulder joint. Cool, so let's put this onto our left shoulder joint, press P. Ooh, let's just double check we've got no transforms, we shouldn't, but yeah, it's all good. Left shoulder joint, P. And the same with this bit, left shoulder joint, P. This can go on to the elbow joint. And the same with this. And this will go, this isn't 2 bits, I don't remember that being in 2 bits on the other bit. Maybe it was, not too sure. This goes into the wrist joint. We probably should just check that this will, yeah, it's on IK, not that, so left IK. So yeah, that's all, just sticking to it. So we just need to go through and do all these little finicky bits. So left, oh, we need to go to left, or we want little P. These have all got the transforms reset, so we forgot to change them, but it should be okay. So it might look a little bit funny being down there, but we're under the left little one. So if we press P, shouldn't matter because we're driving it from that. Cool, and that's all working fine. Middle one. This is a lot of being very organized rigging. This is super basic. This is not complex rigging, I would say. It's probably as basic as it probably gets. But it does get really, really complicated. But I enjoy rigging. It's not too bad. I enjoy the part I can do. I'm no rigging wizard, that's for sure. Cool. And we're almost done. Left rotate P. Cool. So those should all be under our joint now. We're on an IK, so we can't do that anymore. Unless we can if we set up a proper rig for it, but I want to keep this super basic. I don't want to do anything complicated. Cool, so let's now create our sort of our fix. So just set the curves and go constrain point. And I want to call this, where's my hip joint? It's under my torso, so I want to call this yeah. I could have said it for a second. So I want to call this my shoulder fix. Probably should call this left. Shoulder fix curve. The size doesn't particularly matter. All we need to do is just get it so we can sort of visualize it if we want to. You don't even have to do that. You could just do another locator. I just like having them separate, two different things, so I can know they're for two different things. We're create locator, select our curve, then our locator, constrain, point. Delete that constraint. I'm just going to copy this and just call this lock. And we're going to do the same again. I'm going to scale this out so we can see it. If you want, you don't have to. Then I'm just going to freeze the transforms. And we're just going to do the same again. We're going to put this under our curve. Torso needs to go into our torso joint, so left shoulder fixed curve, torso joint P. Cool, so we are here. Probably should name them a little bit more obvious. I'm finding it, if I'm honest, I do finding it a little bit tricky to see things sometimes. But cool. So now I've got my shoulder fixed curve and my shoulder lock. So let's do the same again. I wonder if we still need to change our, so select our what we want it to aim at, and now our clavicle or second shoulder, constrain aim. Let's hit apply. I'm not sure if that will still work. No, because that will now be following us in that axis. I should know straight away axis, but cool. So we've got, you want to follow it, aim in, what axis is this? That's our problem. It's not in the middle like last time. So let's make sure we do that. We don't actually need to make that because we know that this bone is right in the center from the duplicate. So just make sure you definitely snap it to the bone. Just freeze transforms, delete the history. It's always a little gotcha if you forget to do that. Click apply. Hopefully. Nope, we're still in the wrong axis. So what is it rotating on? It's rotating on that one. So we want it on X. Nope, that's not right either. Sorry, I'm pretty off at this sometimes. We'll get it. We'll get the. No. So our up vector, object up to hip joint, up vector 1. Our aim vector should be X. The up vector. Oh, I'm doing it on the wrong axis. I forgot to check that. Probably should understand this a bit more. There we go. Make sure you got it on the right one. Cool. That was a bit of a mess. So I'm just going to select the geo now. And select the curve and go constraint, orient, maintain set on constraint all. And hopefully Cool, and that's working nicely. Can't really see it on that, but yeah, you can see it's moving independently how we want it. Cool. So what are we on? We're on 15 minutes. So we've pretty much done everything. We just need to parent things up correctly. We've got a hip joint. Got a head joint. So we need to put our eyes under there as well. Oh, don't forget our ears. Cool, so that should be all on there. One thing that I do want to... Why is my antenna wonky? Let's go to our front. Let's go to our side. Shading, X-ray. Okay, so it's slightly off. Let's just shift P that out. And maybe let's put it under the tip. No, it just seems... Just check that this is not wonky. No. Let's not worry about that for now, because effectively we can just make another controller for it and put it under. It's probably because our bone's probably a little bit wonky. Cool, so what we need to do now is save. Getting close to 100 now. And let's parent up our sort of objects. So let's hide our polygons. So this needs to be a parent of the hip. And the same with this one. You can see when it's a parent, it sort of goes down the correct sort of hierarchy. And strangely enough, we actually want this to be a parent of that. I know that looks weird, but it's kind of a robot, so if we go show polygons, and our hip, what's this, not under anything? It should be under our, that's where we put that under. Torso. Cool, so now obviously that's not under, and I think we can put that under. We probably didn't even need those bones, to be honest. Let's just put this under the head joint for now. Cool. So now if we turn off our X-ray, we can see, let's turn off our selection highlighting as well. We can see that's controlling that nicely. Let's not worry about that antenna joint for now. Neck joint, neck torso. So hopefully that should. Ooh. We haven't got our IKs parented to that yet. So obviously, if we pull that forward, our IKs are gonna. And we're pulling on the wrong one. To be honest, we need our actual hip joint. And you can see how like our IKs are staying still. So this could be quite useful for walk cycles. Ooh, and this is flipping backwards. But this is quite a useful way to get some bonus animation, but we won't do that. So, and let's just double check all these groups, because this should actually be, if we've got everything, this should be actually empty now. There should be no geo in here. Because we've effectively moved it all and placed it under everything. So we probably delete that now. And let's hide our polygons. And we've got our hip joint. Remember our root. So we want to parent everything under our root. So everything can go with it. If we select all of this and our root parent, let's select all of this and go display, transform, local orientation off. It might have to make us do that manually, which might be annoying. Show objects, joints only. So display, local rotation off. Ugh, I must have not had it on something, so I'm gonna have to. Unless it's just stuck there. What are these? So hopefully now we move this. What is going on here? Let's undo that. Show polygons. Let's try and get rid of these because they get a little bit annoying now. Right. So let's only show objects, joints. Why is that not turning off? Display. I think we may have put them on the polygons as well by accident. Just get rid of, turn them off on there. It's fine. Cool. Just bring everything back. Joints. Just put everything under our. This is our root. And just parent it all under there. So now everything is under this root joint. So we can move our guy around. But you kind of want to also make sure that you kind of only use this. So we've done a pretty decent. It's worked out pretty all right, actually, surprisingly. We still need to do the controls and stuff. I'm trying to think what else we need to do. Ooh, it's got some display normals. We can just turn that off. At least we can turn that off. And I know a lot of controls are pretty boring, and we've done nothing pretty fancy. We can make better ones in the next one anyway. So I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. Yeah, and it's mostly just have a play with stuff. We'll make proper controls for these in our next one, so then you can actually properly play around with them, because you don't really want to use that. So yeah, so hopefully you've enjoyed that tutorial. It's been interesting. We will get there in the end, and I really need to go out and film stuff, because we're running out of time. Well, not time. We just need to do more stuff, I think. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.